So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of wipe down the tabletop using the odorless mineral spirits. And actually what I'm going to do too is cover up this area so that the blade doesn't get anything on it. Okay, that's good enough for now. So again, all I'm doing is just getting all the dirt and all the oils and anything else that's on here that could kind of impede the process of refinishing the table. We want to make sure you don't pass all the impurities into the surface of the table as you're trying to clean it and polish it. So I'm just going to let this dry for a little bit. And then what I'm going to come back and do is just, I'm going to start probably with some lighter grit sandpaper just to see how that turns out. And then I'll get a little more aggressive, and if that doesn't do the trick, I'll probably start out with thinking probably a 600. And then if that doesn't do the trick, I'll drop down to a 4. I'm thinking I'll probably have to get pretty aggressive on this table. Again, I don't want to overdo it in the beginning. Just start out light and then basically work my way down. And I'm using a sanding block just because I don't want to make any gouges or anything in the table. I want to keep it all pretty even in terms of how I sand the table. So just got like a 3M sanding block here. You can get these like at like an AutoZone or probably like an O'Reilly's. I have a little bit of water here. So I think this is fairly dry now. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of water in here, just a tiny bit. I don't have a sprayer, so I can't spray anything, but I'm just going to, the grooves kind of run this way, so I'm just going to kind of go with the grooves. And I'm just going to wipe this off periodically just so I can take a good look at how it's coming out. A little more water here. I'm just kind of going with light pressure at first. I'm not really going too heavily. I'm just letting the sandpaper do a lot of the work. And just keep it, nice even strokes. Don't do any crisscrossing or circles or anything like that. It's actually turning out pretty good there. That's nice. Wow. So you can see there's a lot of the oxidation is coming off here. So I'm going to keep going with the 600. I may actually go down to 4 and see how that does. But looks pretty good so far. If you compare this part of the table to the other part of the table, it's starting to look pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dry this off and take another look at this, see how it looks. It's not bad at all. So if you compare compare this side of the table here, I'll get you a little closer in here so you can take a look. So if you look at these two different sides of the table, you can see that the oxidation on this one on the left side is pretty much gone, and then on the right side we still obviously have some work to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop down to 400 grit sandpaper, get a little more aggressive, and see how that does, and then I'll go back up to 600, and then probably finish off with, I don't know, probably like 1,000 grit or something like that in the end.